Hi, I'm Maria, and it's time for me to tell you my story. Oh, before get start, please like and subscribe. Lori and I lived in an orphanage in Paris, where the love spreading every corner, from heart-shaped pastries, flower shops, balloons, and even street vendors under the Eiffel Tower. Imagine how sweet it would be to get proposed to in such a romantic place. Yep, love was everywhere except where we lived. My first memory is of the nuns endlessly scolding us.
Hey, stray kittens! Clean the room if you want to have lunch!
What did we do wrong? Why do they hate us so much? Why? We don't have parents?
Don't cry! Everything's gonna be okay.
Lori is 2 years older than me. She's sharp, gorgeous, and super kind. She's right. When we were 10 years old, a wealthy family adopted us. We had an absolutely super awesome life, with family parties, traveling together, and experiencing things we never even dared to dream of before. Dreams are just dreams. One day, my adopted dad's company went under. This caused a huge conflict between my parents, and they continuously blamed each other.
You're such a moron! Why don't you ever listen to me?
Don't you dare trust a woman who knows nothing except a few recipes?
Hey Maria, I bought you a new doll. Let's play with it.
Lori, what's happening? Why is Dad mad at Mom?
Never mind, it's an adult thing.
She immediately took my hand and led me to my room. I knew it wasn't just adult things. Everything was going wrong. I felt like my whole world was about to crash. But one thing I was sure of, Lori would always be by my side, through the highs and lows. What goes around comes around. My parents divorced, and after that, Dad abandoned us to go to Germany. My poor mom realized her mistake and locked herself in her room day after day, and Lori became my reluctant parent.
Time for bed. I said no using your phone before going to sleep.
You're not my mom!
Why did you skip school today? Your teacher called me.
It's none of your business. Are you trying to control me?
Honestly, I've driven Lori crazy. I'm a naughty kid, and she's an inexperienced parent. Aside from that, I'm her dream destroyer. Lori has to study while working a part-time job to raise me. Due to exhaustion, she dozed off during her college entrance exam. At that moment, I felt guilty. My selfishness had ruined her future, so I won't make her sad anymore. I'll study hard, do house chores, and sometimes go on YouTube to learn how to make her favorite dishes.
Oh, it's so yummy. Thank you, sweetie.
A few years later, while working part-time at a nearby bakery, I noticed a handsome, gentle guy staring at me. Feeling uncomfortable, I decided to stare back at him to make him feel shy. OMG, it seems like he's not a noob.
Hey, loser, take your eyes down. Didn't anyone teach you that your behavior is impolite?
He suddenly made some noise.
One chocolate pastry, please.
Oh, sorry, we've run out of chocolate ones.
What about that one's?
I'm confused and cosplay a statue for a second.
One chocolate for? Name!
Daniel.
It costs €5.
He gave me 200 and told me to keep the change with a wink.
Nice try, idiot! But if you think you can get my phone number with that, you're wrong! Take the money and get out!
Oh, cooling down. I'm just a generous guy, no man. By the way, your eyes are as beautiful as Aphrodite's.
And then he fled. I wish I could stuff this money into his dirty mouth. Wait, I don't need to do that. I can use the money to buy something for my sister. You know, he didn't make it easy for me. This rich jerk kept coming back every day, and I always noticed he had a bodyguard waiting outside. One day, he came in when the shop was completely empty.
I won't go anywhere until you give me your number.
Okay. Next time I hope you bring some clothes and a toothbrush. Oh, and by the way, the toilet just broke down.
Maria, you know, I'm not a selfish jerk. I'm an awesome guy.
Wrong. If you're so amazing, then why are you acting like a stalker just to get my phone number?
That's because I like tough challenges. Besides, I can't get you out of my mind.
Why don't you use some money to get a brand new head?
I tried, but my hair is just too nice.
I'd rather jump off a cliff than let you carry out any of your intentions, weirdo!
Wow, let's see.
In the weeks that followed, he showed up at the shop with luxury items like the Montmartre crew, cars filling the store, and customers unable to get in. Eventually, my boss got angry and told me to handle the situation, or I'd be fired. Of course, I couldn't lose my job. I had to help Lori with the household expenses. So, I gave in and gave him my phone number, planning to block him afterward. I told my friends what happened, and they all burst out laughing and started showing me pictures of him on the internet. It turned out he wasn't just a rich kid, but also a famous actor. Surprisingly, he wasn't that bad after all. He was insanely romantic. One day, I mentioned I was craving pizza, so he insisted on going to Hawaii for lunch. I thought he managed to get last-minute plane tickets to the US, but it turned out we went by private jet.
You know, Maria, when I first met you and realized you had no idea who I was, I felt truly excited. I intended to show you who I am after you kept letting me down. However, I prefer someone who doesn't know about my reputation.
If you had said something sooner, everything would be better. I thought you were psycho.
I did say let's see, didn't I?
I hesitate to bring Daniel home because of our rundown house and my sick mother. Only when I am sure he truly loves me and accepts me no matter what will he be allowed to visit. I invite Daniel to dinner, and when Lori finds out, she freaks out on me.
Look at you! Maria, you've been spending too much time with him? Men are just trouble and liars. You should focus on your studies to get into a good college instead of dating a flashy guy.
Sis, I'm not a kid anymore. Don't worry, I can handle both. Daniel promised that he will go public with our relationship, and he'll take me to all his events. He will also travel with me wherever we want.
My sister's almost going crazy.
I worked so hard to earn money and gave up my dreams just for you to live in a silly fairy tale with a man? Poor me, my Cinderella.
I'm grateful for everything you've done. You've treated me like a real sister, but I can't keep that in my mind forever. I've made my choice too. Now can you stop worrying about me and go back to school?
Ha ha, Maria, you've lost your mind. You've just met this guy. You're not his first love, and I'm sure you won't be his last. Before long, he'll leave you just like Dad left us. What will you do then, kitten?
It seems like you're jealous of me for having a romantic love. Just leave me alone.
But she didn't give up easily. One day, I came back from a trip to Italy and found Lori waiting for me in the dark.
Sit down.
What the heck? You weirdo, you scared me.
I think you should check this out.
What's this?
Your prince isn't as amazing as you think. I hired a private detective to follow him, and I found something crazy. See for yourself.
Lori threw the phone at me. I couldn't believe she'd go this far. Where did she get the money to do this? On the phone, I saw photos of Daniel at bars with some chicks and screenshots of him replying to other girls' stories on Instagram. That didn't really bother me. But then, I saw a photo of him having dinner with his ex, and they were holding hands. I felt disgusted and almost threw up. I couldn't believe it. Lori was right. Daniel had been on a business trip for 2 weeks. I blocked his number and blocked him on all social media. I also promised Lori I would never see that cheater again, but I missed him. Unable to unblock him, I decided to watch his latest movie. Standing on the sofa, immersed in the film with my favorite large pizza, my tears added a touch of salt. I was crying like a kid. Suddenly, I was startled by something outside the window. Daniel had somehow climbed up to the second-floor window. I quickly opened it before he fell and got hurt. After all, his most valuable asset was his money-making face.
Daniel, what are you doing?
Oh well, I couldn't reach you any other way, and your sister wouldn't let me in through the front door. So, I had to climb up from the first floor. Can you please tell me what's wrong with you?
Do you think I'm stupid? Did you really think I wouldn't find out about your cheating?
What? What are you talking about?
I told you, I know everything you've done, the flirting messages with other girls, and the romantic dinner with your ex.
I threw him the phone with the evidence of his cheating. Surprisingly, Daniel burst out laughing and patted my head.
Oh my darling, you're so naive. They're my cousins. And those messages, they're from a very famous fake account. Every fan knows that account is a fake.
All right, what about the private dinner?
Oh, actually, I was set up. I got a call from someone claiming to be a famous director who wanted to meet with me for his upcoming blockbuster film. So I went, and it turned out that my ex received a similar call. Because her dad had just passed away, I was holding her hand to soothe her. I didn't realize that it would turn into such a stupid picture that would make you upset.
Huh? You think I would believe your words?
Of course, I still have evidence.
He walked closer to me and showed me a video recording of the entire conversation. Everything he said was true.
By the way, where did you get those stupid pictures? Did you hire someone to follow me?
Daniel leaned in close to my face.
You're delusional. They were thrown straight at me. Don't think I'm blinded by jealousy.
Darling, you're right, but you're crying because of me!
Because of your film exactly.
I hit him with a pillow, and he laughed with delight. Then he hugged me. The next day, while Lori was cooking, I approached her and told her everything. But she seemed really weird.
And you believe him? You're so naive. Maria?
At least he's more reliable than you or that stupid detective. He's an honest man who loves and cares for me. Why do you always judge him? Why are you trying to break us up?
You're my sister. I only care about you.
Lori sighed and walked over to me.
You're right. I think I can give him a chance. I was just trying to protect you. I'm afraid you'll be hurt like you were in the orphanage and when Dad abandoned us.
I thought everything was going well, and God was on my side. But soon after, everything exploded right in front of my face. One morning, while I was watching the news, I saw a photo of Daniel being arrested alongside a notorious mafia boss.
Top celeb accused of smuggling drugs? Could this be the end of his career and life?
I'm trembling. But then I suddenly realized Lori is standing behind the chair with a smug smile.
Lori!
My scream shakes the house as I lunge at Lori. Even Mom is startled and runs outside when she sees us brawling on the floor.
You're a jerk! How dare you humiliate Daniel and throw him into jail?
Oh, calm down, stray cat. I did this just for you.
Just for me? Liar! Destroying my relationships in someone's life? How could you do this? Did Daniel do something wrong to you? You're a devil in disguise!
Lori's face turned red and she started yelling.
Your problem is that you think you deserve to go off and live your fairy tale life with your rich, perfect boyfriend while I've sacrificed everything for you. What? Am I just supposed to stay here and take care of our sick mom? After giving up all my dreams and everything for you? This is how you repay me? Ungrateful thing.
Finally! You admitted it! You're just a spiteful, jealous, and selfish person!
She lunged at me again. Our horrifying fight continued until both of us were bruised. And eventually, my mom intervened. I ran away and locked myself in my room. How could I ever tell Daniel that it was my own sister who had sent him to prison and ruined his family's reputation? I tried to call Daniel, but all connections seemed to be blocked. I was desperate and locked myself in my room. The next few days, while I was in my room, I heard police sirens outside. Mom and I quickly came out of the room, only to see the police taking Lori away.
You will be detained for creating false evidence to frame someone else. You have the right to remain silent.
Lori, I didn't do this!
I know, Maria, I did it.
Lori confessed. But why? I rushed to the prison to meet her.
Why did you do this?
I couldn't bear to see you suffer. Ever since I was young, I was abandoned. And even when I had parents, my father left too. I feared that one day you would leave with your guy, and I would be left alone and in pain. I was truly envious and selfish. Daniel made you happy, and you deserve that.
Didn't say a word. I knew Lori truly regretted what she had done and was now facing the consequences. I thought I would never see Daniel again and that he would stay away from me forever. But one day, we ran into each other by chance on the street. We started dating, and he proposed to me under the Eiffel Tower. We had a dream wedding, and I felt like I had a truly happy family. Hi.